Okay, hey, what's up? What's up, YouTube? Please forgive this wretched camera. Basically, my name is Evon Unique. Welcome to my YouTube page. If you are tuning in, if you are not live tuning in, you will see this at a later date. So, I call myself the mystical Unigoat. I'm going to break that down really quickly, just briefly for you. I considered myself a unicorn. I can be very mystical, very mysterious. I am very unique. I am just me. You will never know what will come out of my mouth at any given time. And you will never know what I'm about to do at any given time. So, on top of that, I am a Capricorn. Woo woo! Big ups to the Capricorn. January 6th, I was made. So, back to my page. So this page will be dedicated to all things VSG, vertical sleeve gastrectomy, or bariatric surgery, period. I'm going to be telling you a few things that I have gone through, I am going through, and I will be going through. I will take you on my personal journey, give you some pointers, some tips, some recipes. You may see some of my downfalls. You never know what you're going to see on this channel, but it will be all things VSG or all things bariatric surgery. So now that I've introduced myself and told you what this is going to be about, today's segment is going to be about my vertical sleeve gastrectomy post or pre-operation. So basically, I've already had the operation at this point, unfortunately. I did start doing posts on another YouTube page that I decided to stray away from because that is actually my business page, which is Royal Manifestations. We'll talk about that at a later date. I'm not going to go into that now. But so now I am here. So I am 1 week post-op at this point, but I'm going to tell you about my pre-operation diet, downfalls, weight loss, weight gain, what they made me do, all this other craziness, okay? So to begin with, just to give you a brief overview, I actually started my journey to VSG about 3 years ago. The first time that I did it, I had to go through a 6-month stint of the program. And towards the last month, I actually got laid off from the job that I was at. So I didn't have the insurance any longer. So that meant that I wasn't going to be able to get the surgery. Well, the next job that I got, I found out that my insurance didn't qualify for it. So yeah, I had a few issues with trying to get it at that point. Then the next job that I got, found out that they did allow their employees to do it, but that it wasn't fully covered. So I still took it upon myself to do it because I felt that it was something that I needed to do. Now, my decision to actually get VSG was not for a magic thing. I didn't think that it was just going to magically drop all these pounds and I'll just magically be healthy. The reason, or just be skinny, just to be skinny so I could look cute. I was already cute. I still am cute and I will be cute. But the reason that I got it is because I've gained a lot of weight over the years and it has been hell trying to lose it. I've done things such as 40-day fast where I ate nothing but vegetables. After that fast, I wasn't eating meat anymore. I only ate fish and seafood and then, my vegetables and my starches. I've done 15-day water fast to try to drop some weight and then, you know, cleanse my body and all the toxins and things to see what that does. I've been in the gym avidly trying to lose weight, and over those couple of times I have only lost like literally the minimal amount of weight, maybe 1 pound, 5 pounds, things like that. So I got frustrated, and when I finally found out again that I could do the process for VSG, I went to my doctor and we had a conversation again. And she basically told me, because my metabolism is so slow, there are a few things that I can do to spark up my metabolism, which I was already doing, but it just wasn't working quick enough. So she said that the tool VSG was available to me and that I qualified for it. So she saw, but that I would have to speak to my surgeon. So she gave me a listing of surgeons. I did my own research on my surgeons. She gave me a list of about 6. And I picked the one, which was Dr. Isam Hamdallah out of St. Agnes in Baltimore, which he is absolutely awesome. Please, if you are in Baltimore or Maryland, please look him up. He is dope. Yeah, I looked him up, and then I found out that, you know, basically all of his contact information, I contacted him and then set up my appointment to see what it was that I needed. So he said, basically, when I got there, yeah, you qualify. I would like to take you on as my patient. Now you start the process, and the next step is to meet with the dietitian. So I had to have a consultation with the dietitian. The dietitian basically told me, hey, you're going to have to start cutting back on things yet again. I see that you're pretty much doing that already, but let's minimize some of the starches, cut back on some of the snacking that you're doing, because, I mean, I like chips and cake. So, you know, you indulge every now and then on some chips and cake. And my time where I would indulge was late. So she was like, yeah, if you're going to indulge, make sure that you work out that day and make sure that it is not late. So I said, okay, I can do this. It's fine. So she basically looked at my weight. We spoke about which surgery I was going to be doing. She told me what basically medically my ideal BMI would be based on my height. And then she basically told me what it was going to take once I get out of surgery to get to where I need to be. Now, after that, I had to do 2 other classes with her, with the dietitian. She had a group classes where she basically taught specifics on what you're going to need to do after you get the vertical sleeve gastrectomy surgery or gastric bypass, what you're going to have to eat, the time frames that you have to eat specific things, the vitamins, just different things, like basically the nutrition that you're going to need, the exercise that you're going to need, because yes, once again, it is not magic. It is something that is going to help you. It's a tool to help you lose the weight, but you still have to do the work. So she gave me a booklet with a lot of helpful information in it. Basically gave like a mini grocery list of what I needed beforehand. And at the last class that I was supposed to take, she does have another class, which is 3 months, 3 months post-op class, where basically she will give some information on how to see if you qualify to get the excess skin taken off, or partial payment for the excess skin taken off, because you know that that is classified as plastic surgery and they don't have to cover it. Your health insurance doesn't have to cover it. So with that being that, on top of that, I had to have multiple tests taken. I had to have blood work taken. I had to have what's called an endoscopy, where they basically use a camera down your throat, check your, I think, gallbladder. I don't know if it's check for hernias and see if there was any damage from acid reflux and things like that in your system. Then I had to do an ultrasound, which checked for my gallbladder and my liver and pancreas and things like that are around the stomach, just to see how they are. They basically did that to see whether or not they're going to have to take out my gallbladder while doing the surgery, to see how fatty my liver and everything is, because that would determine whether or not I needed to be put on a 2-week liquid diet. And then basically that was it. So got those back. Once that was done, I had to get cleared by a therapist, and I had to do my weigh-ins. Now, depending on what health insurance you have, it could be anywhere from 6 months to 3 months where you have to do weigh-ins. And the weigh-ins are supposed to be done by physicians or your dietitian. Now, me, I got a pass because my therapist is not only a therapist, but I guess she doubled up as a dietitian. So they took my paperwork from my weigh-ins from her. Thank God. Once that was done, they were able to submit all of my paperwork. Now, my situation is a little different. Once they submitted my paperwork, the first time it came back and they denied me. Yes, they denied me, and we had to send in an appeal because it turned out that the person that was supposedly going over my paperwork didn't really go over it thoroughly. So once we sent it back in, they approved me. Yay! Approval. So we got my surgery date a week after I was approved, and a month later, I was on the surgery table. The next episode, I will tell you about the actual surgery. This one, I'm just going to give you some heads up, okay? So with all of that said and done, those were the pre-op procedures and tests and things that needed to be done. You also will need an EKG and a chest x-ray so they can make sure that your lungs and everything are able to withstand the surgery, because you have to be able to breathe on the surgery table. So other than that, I'm going to show you a few things that I have that were brain fart. Don't you hate when you have a specific word in your mind and you're like, I know what I'm trying to say, but you don't know what I'm trying to say? Right. So basically, I have a list of things that I purchased before I went through surgery so that I would be ready for surgery. Okay. So I'm going to show you some of those things. So this was recommended. That's actually the word I was looking for. Good Lord, you guys, that's terrible, huh? So this was recommended, basically getting cream soups, getting broths, protein shakes. There's also an unflavored protein powder that was highly recommended, which is called Gene Pro. You would really have to get it online because they're not selling it in the stores right now. It basically gives you 30 grams of protein per tablespoon, which means you don't have to consume large quantities, and it won't be all gritty and nasty. It also can go in anything that you have. You can put it in your soup. You can put it in your water, and then you'll have your protein, because you're going to need about 60 grams of protein once you get out of surgery. Please excuse me. My throat sounds like I got a frog in it. Ribbit. Okay, I feel better now. So, okay, so basically, soups, Jello, popsicles, sugar-free, everything is what they basically tell you to get, except for maybe a few bottles of no sugar added 100% organic juices. Basically, the first 3 weeks after surgery, I have to be on a liquid diet. So that consists of clear broths, creamy broths, or creamy soups with no chunks in it. So basically, I have to strain the chunks out according to my dietitian, just so that my stomach can heal properly. Nothing can bust, excuse me, God, nothing can bust the stitches or anything like that. What I actually did beforehand, before I even got the surgery, I wound up being put on a liquid diet before, maybe about a week before the surgery also, because I gained some pounds from eating things that I figured I wouldn't be able to eat once I got the surgery. Don't do that, you guys. Okay. Just slowly enjoy the things that you're not going to be able to eat for the next 6 weeks after surgery. Okay, slowly. Don't pick up the weight, because you will be put on a liquid diet. So, I made my own soup. Because I like flavor, I can't just throw a few seasonings in this wonderful vegetable broth and be okay with it. Like, it's just not my forte. So I made a few, maybe about 3 or 4 pots of soup beforehand, where I threw in some vegetables. I made different types. So basically, during the weeks where I have to do nothing but liquids, I'm going to drain the liquids from that and then save the veggies and everything for when I have to do puree. Yes, you have to do puree. You will be feeling like a kid again. Literally. Gerber. Baby. Right now, I am still in the liquid phase, so everything has to be pretty much drinkable. Lucky me. Lucky you if you go through this. But yeah, so you're going to need to go and get, once again, vegetable broth or whatever broth, chicken, beef, vegetables, seafood, whatever broth, creamy soups, cream of chicken, cream of celery, cream of potato, cream of mushroom, cream of chicken, whatever you want, but you will not be able to eat the chunks, so you will have to strain the chunks out. I also got this 98% fat-free broccoli and cheese. Now, be careful sometimes with the cheese, because some people can't tolerate anything with lactose in it after surgery. So, I got it because I just need different flavors. We'll see how it works. I've been doing pretty okay with that. I also got some almond milk, some vanilla, and some chocolate almond milk that I use sparingly, because you're not supposed to have a lot of sugar, and it does have some sugar in it. Your protein powder, never forget protein powder. And just some seasonings. You will want to get some Smooth Move tea. Excuse me for like a brief moment so I can show you what this looks like. And I'm back. Okay, so this is Smooth Move tea. This is going to be your best friend when you get out of surgery, because while you're in surgery, while you're in the hospital, you're probably going to be doped up on whatever pain pills, which could cause constipation. You won't be able to poop for like 3 days. So definitely, if you get to your 3rd day, what I was recommended to do was to drink some smooth mood tea, and it should get you back on track. Use this whenever you feel that you need to use it. It definitely helps. I know it helped me. Excuse me. I know that's TMI, but that's what we're here for, right? Other than that, you guys, I just wanted to give you those major keys. Now, this surgery, once again, is not easy. I'm not even going to sit here and lie to you. Looking at some of the other posts on YouTube, I'm not downing anybody, but they don't give you the full gist of absolutely everything on the surgery, like how you feel, what you go through. Like, that's what I'm here for. I'm going to give you some serious information of how I went through it, not to scare you, not to tell you to get it, not any of that, but I want you to be completely informed on what goes on with this VSG. Okay? So, with that being said, you guys, thank you for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that I gave you some good information on what you may need. If you have any other questions, please feel free to leave a note, or you can contact me through bossymevsg@gmail.com. All right. Once again, that's bossy, BOSSY, me, MEVSG @gmail.com. All right, you guys. Love you much. This is Evon.